to National Theatre Connections at Eden Port 2019. Yay!
Don't turn and look. If you hear a bang, don't turn and go, oh, like that.
It was about these group of kids who think they're signing up for a apprenticeship program, but turns out things are getting a lot darker, a lot quicker. Use of choreography. They managed to blend like 16s and naturalistic acting with like this really stylized choreography. I think they managed to get the divide really well.
It was Terra/Earth. It involved a lot of dancing. It was great, it was colourful, had a lot of energy. It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of choreography repeated, there was a lot of music to fit the visuals. Terra, she was a lovely image. I'm not entirely sure what she represented. Earth, sure, it's something to do with that, but it was lovely. It worked really well with your two different teams that were against each other and against Earth.
Good, yeah. A good atmosphere, really good atmosphere. I'll definitely come back.
It's so much fun. Drama people are the best people. You meet a load of cool people. You have such a good time.
Good about Connections, everything. Workshops, just watching different youth theatres, see what's going on, performing your thing at the end. Just love all of it, really.
It's great. A great time. Nobody comes away from Connections and says it's bad.
It's just where we're all devising pieces in a confined space, and we're trying to work around the space to make something completely off the top of our heads and to like work together as a team.
This workshop is sort of like a movement workshop, trying to tell a story more through what you're doing with your body and facial expressions rather than your actual words. I think it's quite interesting because rather than when we think about movement, we think more about dance, but it's not just dancing and acting, it's with your whole body. It doesn't always have to float like a dance does. It is really good because I'm a dancer and it's nice to see it from a different perspective.
I was just in the political theatre workshop. At the start we went into different groups. It was green eyes, blue eyes and brown eyes, and that kind of just showed segregation. I really like it because you get to hear everybody's different opinions. You get to talk about it and in a really comfortable environment as well. I really like talking about different opinions about politicalness and just social affairs.
Watching Flesh, which was done by the Gallic Group. A group of young children or teenagers find themselves on an island, no idea why. Half them were wearing red, half them were wearing green, and they have no idea why. I loved the actors were really into it. They really told the story with their bodies, which was really important considering a lot of the audience don't understand Gaelic.
It was a play called Flesh. It was performed by Autrose Academy, and it was basically this piece. There was this group of people on an island. They were all divvied up into groups. They had no idea why they were there, and basically it turns out that it was just some sort of secret weapon.
I just can't get enough of it. Connections is just home. It's a big family. It's just not intimidating, and it's just so theatre orientated that you just have to keep coming back just because I love it. I absolutely love it.
In the 2-for-1 workshop, we've learned about the Year of Young People. We were talking about is like virtual reality art, and I was like discussing like, yes, it is, because like the making of the games and all that. But I'm really empowered by it.
I was just taking part in political theatre. I like how we're using different ways of theatre to like portray these different inequalities. So we're using the story of Cinderella, she, with the class system, she was oppressed at the bottom of the system and breaking through that, but then using theatre to kind of improvise on ways that she could break free from that inequality.
The workshop that we're doing is we're kind of like getting newspapers, and we're kind of making our own costumes and props just with newspaper, scissors and sellotape.
Right now we're just sort of mucking about with newspaper, like making scenes with it.
Variation was a really good performance. I love the sci-fi theme, I love the set, and I love the actors.
The acting performances were like so believable. It's just amazing.
Incredible, absolutely amazing. We've been here, I don't know, 20 times and seen like proper professional productions, and that was as good as anything I've seen.
It was a very interesting piece about how I think it's to do with growing up and the different challenges that come with that, and what can kind of like happen, and like sometimes the more negative side of, growing old and things like that. I think it was interesting seeing the different characters go on their different journeys, so I really enjoyed it. I loved the way they preset it with the singing, and having like, a couple of songs at the start and the company doing it. I think like it shows how much talent they have.
So we've got, right now, 2 dance groups.
Blue team, are you ready?
So it was Variations, performed by Keith Nessa Young Company. So it was basically the same family, the same scene, the same main character, but each time she answered the door, she would be transported to kind of like a parallel version of reality, so something would be slightly different each time. So even like the song choice and things and the costumes, I thought the costumes in the 80s scene were great. They were really going for like the laughs, and it was really obvious that it was in the 80s, but I think the audience loved it and it was really good.
My name is Ewan. I'm a part of Edenport Youth Theatre, and we've just done the play Chaos.
And it was like some of the best piece of theatre I've seen in like, a long time, honestly. Even by professional standards, it was just amazing. Yeah.
It's a very complicated play, to say the least. There's a lot of different storylines happening at once, and it's, I guess, a play just about how things link and sort of the chaos of the world and how many things can sort of lead to other things that you might not expect, I guess is the best way to put it.
I've really loved it, like being able to meet people from other youth theatres and stuff, like my own age, and being able to see other versions of our play and all the other plays. It's been so much fun, like really enjoyed it.
Honestly, like genuinely the best thing I've done drama related ever.
This is my first time here and I've genuinely enjoyed it. I met so many nice people. I met people from the Isle of Man of all places. I've met so many people here, and I've gotten to do so much stuff that I normally wouldn't have gotten to do otherwise without this festival here. So.